Behind the scenes, it's UK Nigerian entertainment. Actors, models, artists, producers, directors, dancers. Watch behind the scenes.
Shine, 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 shine like you're under. Not let them hold you. Not let them tell you say. Not let them hold you down. Oh no.
You have the green light to go into UK Nigerian entertainment. Let behind the scenes guide you.
Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah, everybody steady. Oh no, everybody shaking. Oh no,
Behind the scenes.
Oh no, everybody doing. Oh no, everybody steady. Oh no, everybody shaking. Oh no.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes, the home of UK Nigerian entertainment. We strive to not only provide you Nigerian entertainment, but we go out there looking for information that is beneficial to the community as a whole. And today, we've actually struck gold. I know when you hear Kenya, first thing that comes to mind is Barack Obama, you know, and that's the same thing for me. But now we've gone culturally in the UK to see what the Kenyan community is doing that the Nigerian community can learn from. I got a lady here, her name is LYDIA OLET. She's the founder and director of the Malaika Dance Unique. Hello, LYDIA.
Hello, thank you.
Very nice to have you.
Thank you.
You know, this company is unique in the sense that it tells African stories and teaches African dance. These stories you tell, are they fictional? Are they real stories, or they just put you on the spot?
Some of them put me on the spot, but they're not. They're folk stories, really. They're just folk stories that our great grandparents or grandparents used to tell us for things that don't do or do, because you know that grandparents they spoil us.
Yes.
So they don't beat us up. They don't. You know, in Africa there's a little bit of this with your parents, but yeah, in Africa, come on, it's true. It's
We're
true.
involve the grandparents.
Exactly. So grandparents, they don't do that. So for them, the discipline is they'll tell you a story. So if they tell you a story how the leopard got the spots, you don't want to be like the leopard. By the time they finish the story, you want to be a good person.
While we have you here, I totally enjoy this because I'm learning myself.
Okay.
We're from a big nation. We're Nigerians. You can hardly miss us. But we miss this element of what you're telling us. You know, we miss it in growing up. We parents now miss it in involving that in their children's lives. So you cannot go too fast. Tell us how we can derive these stories from our own culture to say you can look at your culture like this and get these stories from your grandparents, try to tell it to your kid. How can you connect to the mythical stories now?
I think now we've got, because a lot of parents, we work a lot. They work a lot, so they don't even have time for that. But I think it's very important to have time to tell your children stories, especially stories that your grandparents told you, your parents told you, if you're privileged enough for your parents to tell you stories. But we do have loads of folk stories, loads, and you can get them on the internet. You can get folk stories on the internet. Get the ones that have moral, get the ones that have meaning, and tell your children. And I think it's very, very important for that, because for me, that is part of our history.
Yes.
So if you don't tell your children stories, it's like you're depriving them from their roots, from their history. You've taken that away from them.
Speaking of roots, I'm red. She's red.
Wow.
I have some history here. Festac 77.
I
She's
have
got
history.
Kenya in the park. You know, the roots is very important to remodernize them. You know, any way you can.
Yeah.
We're taking you behind the scenes.
Oh no, everybody doing. Oh no.
You also teach African dance.
Exactly.
I'm gonna attack you. You know, I'm from I'm from Nigeria. You know,
Fine.
Fresh,
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Refresh.
Yes.
When I hear dance, I'm thinking of Zonto.
Yes.
When I hear dance, I'm thinking Atlanta. I'm thinking Skilly. Ooh, is that what you teach?
No. Like you said, I'm teaching proper African dance, traditional African dance, because I believe in tradition. I believe in culture. So I teach traditional African dancing. So I teach those dances that people don't like doing them anymore. Some people even see like embarrassing when you do it. They're like, oh, that move. That move is not embarrassing. That is a traditional dance. That is what I danced in Kenya. That is what, because I do a lot of Nigerian dances as well. Ghanaian dances, Nigerian dances, Tanzania, Uganda. You understand? And again, I've not gone to the north. I'll admit to this. And those dances, to me, they are real. You understand? And people take it and try to modernize them. Don't modernize my African dance. Don't modernize my traditional African dance. So that is what I teach.
Let's go back to history, right?
Okay.
In African history, West or East Africa or stuff, we had dances for various parts. You know, you had the warrior dance, you had the celebratory dancing, you have
Circumcision.
So when you were teaching this dance class, it's intense African. Do you break it down in these segments to say, look, don't do this in the club? Do you say that to the people?
Yes, I do. Because when I go to school, first of all, I look at the people I'm teaching. If my audience, if they're young, it depends with this. Because I go to secondary school, university, primary school, young ones, you understand, 0 to 3.
Old people?
Yeah, old people. I teach elderly people, I teach them as well. So it depends with who my audience are at the particular time. And I break the dance and I tell them as well the meaning of that particular step. Because what I do is I teach them step by step, and then we join all the steps together and we create a dance. So what I do is I can get a step from South Africa, tell them about the meaning of the step and the importance of the step. So because if you know the meaning and the importance of the step, you will value what you're doing.
You are a theater director. You directed the first ever Kenyan show.
Yeah.
The
Darkest
Hours of Victory. The uprising of the Mau Mau.
Yes.
I like that. You know, I watched that over and over and over. How much information you could put in 20 minutes, you know, in England to make people understand the history of Kenya and stuff like that. Everything there, was that true in that depiction?
Well, first of all, it wasn't 20 minutes. That was just the cut that they put on YouTube, 20 minutes. But it's actually 2 hours.
Okay. It's
2 hours. And I would say that the Darkest Hours of Victory, the uprising of the Mau Mau, is 98% based on true facts. But the 2% is just something that we put in for people to have fun. But 98% is based on true facts. And I actually went to Kenya and I met the guy called Gitu Wakahengeri. He was one of the veterans, the Mau Mau veterans. I spent 3 days with him and he gave me the inside of the Mau Mau. He told me everything that happened and I got my facts from him. And it's not only him, there's also this guy that lives here as well. He's called Dan Theo Wariri, and actually he was the first black Kenyan to be a director.
We're going to see a bit of the theatre play, The Uprising of the Mau Mau.
The bond that we once shared was broken, and for more than 8 years, from the early 1950s, our beloved, beautiful Kenya was never the same again.
The Mau Mau have taken our land. They kill our men. They even kill each other. We must put an end to them if we are to take back everything that belongs to us.
In my opinion, the only good Mau Mau is a dead Mau Mau. These people are animals. They have to die so that we can take back everything that belongs to us. The only good Mau Mau is a dead Mau Mau.
On October the 9th, Burren returned to Nairobi. He immediately requested for the Colonial Office to declare a state of emergency. The movement has many heads, Burren said.
Britain declared a state of emergency in Kenya in 1952 and sent the military to quell a rebellion by the Mau Mau movement.
Dancing and the singing and the story. As I said to you, I found it quite emotional and raw, but I thought at the end the whole theme of forgiveness and the way of people working together and the special relationship between Britain and Kenya, I think that came out, and I felt very heartened by that.
Last time I've come to see a Kenyan play, and I think if they keep up that motto, they'll be good actors. And some of them, if they have the opportunity of turning professional.
I find it was a good and brave attempt at a true fact. Very good.
It was great, well executed, and it reflected lots of history about Kenya and the British people, and we loved it.
You're a multifunctional woman. Right at the top of your game, you're also a presenter for Greenwich TV.
Yes.
Is that the community-based TV?
Yeah, actually, Greenwich TV is a community TV.
The Greenwich community.
Yeah, Greenwich community. But it's not just about what's happening in Greenwich. We actually go outside Greenwich because we want people that live in Greenwich to know what's happening outside their community. We have a particular section of movie premieres, you know, and I know if somebody goes there and sees all these movie premieres and they're all Nigerian, they might think, hello, are you Nigerian Greenwich TV? But it's not Nigerian Greenwich TV. It's just because the Nigerian community, they do loads of premieres, but as saying that, is always in audience cinema, and audience cinema is in Greenwich. So that's why we're always going to take it, because they approach us a lot and they say, oh, come on Greenwich TV, can you come? And we can't say no if it's in Greenwich, but if it was outside Greenwich, probably we'll say no, because we've done loads inside Greenwich.
So being in Greenwich it puts you in the hot spot, you know, because the audience just so happens to be within your locality. And now we're touching base Nigeria.
Behind the scenes, where the dreams turn into reality.
We like to say behind the scenes is predominantly UK Nigerian entertainment. Not because it is, because the Nigerian community is the biggest black community in the UK, and everything else comes with it. Now, you are looking at the Nigerian entertainment side, and I want to know, you know, what do you see? You know, looking at it from outside and saying, I'm not from this country, but this country looks like it's doing well. What does an African see?
Okay, just talking about the entertainment aspect with Nigerians, I think they've done really well. That's just my own thinking. They've done really well, especially with the movies. Like I said, if you go on Greenwich TV for if you go on the Greenwich TV section of the premiere, you see more of Nigerians, Nigeria. So someone might look at it and think, why is it only Nigerians? Because they are doing really, really well when it comes to movies, when it comes to music. You know, I give them that. You understand? And I feel really privileged to get involved with that, because through that, me too, I'm doing some little acting, you know, here and there, and I've actually written a screenplay as well
for a Nigerian movie. This is good, because I'm saying to you, we're learning, because we have to learn about the storytelling, we have to learn about the history in order to depict that. And you're learning from us, so we're all, I think we're all heading in the same direction.
Exactly.
That's what this show is for, that's what we represent, you know, and we want to talk about something now. I want to talk about the t-shirt. I want to talk about
my t-shirt. What did my t-shirt do to you?
I want to talk about August 29th.
Oh.
I don't know what's going to happen on August 29th. You know, I want you to introduce August 29th and what it means, you know, and how much of it you got on you.
Now you've touched my heart.
I've been trying to, even before you came.
Oh, you've touched my heart.
We bring you the hustle, the drive, the determination, the best in Nigerian UK entertainment right here.
So tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be. So tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be. So tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be. So tell me why it be. Oh yeah.
We're taking you behind the scenes.
Oh no, everybody doing oh no. Everybody doing oh no. Everybody doing oh no.
Behind the scenes, where the dreams turn into reality.
some of the stuff going to be on show, you know, and the Kenya in the Park. These ornaments, they represent the other tribes, you know, they represent the two main tribes?
No, they don't. But they're more of a Maasai tribe. They represent more of the Maasai tribe.
Is that the main tribe or is that
No, the Kikuyu is the majority in Kenya.
Okay.
So we have 3 tribes that are so much known by the Kenyans, but the Maasai as well. The good thing with the Maasai is international. Everybody knows about the Maasai. Okay. If you go on our website www.kenyainthepark.com, you'll see loads and loads of information.
This one is all handmade. We use leather, and then we've got like beads, which we got women who just sew it on the bags, and then we do matching clutch bags with them. And I'll show you something else. And that one can go with the slippers. Apart from that, we do matching earrings and bracelets as well. This is made from banana leaves. Yes, you know when the banana leaves is green, when it dries up, it gets to this color, brown. Believe you me, I've had one that I've had it for 15 years. As long as it stays dry, and we love the African village because it gives us the identity. It's a tradition for most African men to wear. I come from Kenya, but we're selling them all over Africa now. It gives you the brand that you are Africa, yes. And because I come from the Maasai tribe, where jewelry is part of our dressing and culture, I told you everything has a story. This is sisal. They dry them up and then they weave it. And then they just decorate it with leather and beads as well. And all this is also handmade. The best seller as well.
You're the first to everything almost modern Kenya. Like Kenya in the Park has never been done before, right? You feel comfortable being in front in your community.
Yeah.
How are you able to get support for a new idea? You know, Kenya in the Park has never been done. And before I speed up, I know is Barack gonna be there?
I wish he could, but I'll die for Lupita.
Okay.
Because Lupita is 100% Kenyan, so I'll die for her.
So how do you take a fresh Kenyan idea? I know this is going to be good for your community, and then you call supporters. How do you go about being a woman, going to pitch this? What goes on in your mind? They will believe me, or they will not believe me. They will want to do it, or they will not want to do it. You know?
It's the passion. I have a passion that no one can take away from me.
To sell Kenyan
and that
history.
passion, and because of what I do already, they've seen already that this is a Kenyan woman. I'm not just coming from anywhere and saying, oh, hello, I want to trade Kenya. They have seen the passion I have for Kenya. So anytime I say something about Kenya, they're like, oh, we know Malaika. Malaika, you know, Malaika does things for Kenya. Because every school I go to, I have to tell them about Kenya. Every school I go to, whether they want anything about Kenya or not, I put my Kenyan flag up. And they ask, sorry, what's it? I say, it's Kenya. I'm from Kenya. I'm selling Kenya. And they appreciate that because, wow, Kenya. And I tell them more about Kenya. And every school I go to, I leave that school when they know what Jambo is. Jambo is hello. So I teach them some Swahili. I don't care where I go to, but I take Kenya with me.
Okay.
So anytime I bring a new idea and I go to the Kenyan community, straight away they buy it.
So I say Jambo first, right?
Jambo.
And then I say, I've seen Lupita, and I like your hair. You know, now, is this something like Kenyan women and natural?
No, not really.
You see, because Lupita is, I have to say, Lupita carries natural hair. She carries one like mine now.
Yes, she does.
And you carry the same hair.
Yes.
You stay natural. Do you? We're gonna go to Kenyan entertainment a bit now to say we as Nigeria. Do you go to Kenyan clubs as well in London and stuff like that?
I'm not really a club person. I'm too busy for that.
You're very serious.
Or I always say that I'm too young for that, or I'm too busy for that.
Behind the scenes.
I would be attending Kenya in the Park. Want to eat some Kenyan food? Who else is going to be there? Because I know you now. This is a big star. LYDIA, OLET.
Yes. The person who is coming is me, myself, and I. No, I'm joking. I've got celebrities coming, but I'm not saying yet. I don't think it's time for me to start lishing out who is coming. That is left for later.
But before we go, you know, we're curious now. You know, I want to find out the Lupita factor. And I see this Kenyan woman all over the papers,
Yes.
all over the TV.
Yeah.
She looks sexy. She looks the best in Hollywood. Now you tell me, what's that doing for the Kenyan ladies and the Kenyan people?
Oh, Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes.
I think like the same when Obama came out, right? He actually encouraged a lot of people, especially black community, that wow, if Obama can be a president of America, and America, we all know that is like, he rules the world. Whoa, so we can do it, so we can do it. So he encouraged a lot of black men, especially our brothers, like we know them, some of them is like sleeping. But it made them wake up and see that, oh, why, so if Obama can do it, I can do it. And when Lupita Nyong'o came out as well, all this, there's lots of people that, okay, I'm not judging anyone, but we know there's a lot of black people or black women like bleaching their skin and they like putting all these things. But when Lupita Nyong'o came out, a lot of them as well just thought, you know what, I'm going natural. You understand? And they saw Lupita as well, especially in Kenya, and they thought, she's opened the door for us, so we too, we can enter entertainment. Because I know that with the Nigerian entertainment industry, because I am one of them now, the London Nollywood movies, it's only 2 or 3 of us that are inside. It's not a lot. So, but with Lupita now, a lot of Kenyans as well here in this country are looking at, wow, we want to enter this. So she opened doors and ways for a lot of people.
Internationally, do producers and movie directors and stuff, do they look for Kenyan people now? Because I like to find me a Lupita, just in case you don't know. So do people come to the community, and I have a certain expectation now. If I'm looking for a Kenyan woman, I've seen, she's a great actor. She communicates love. She communicates the suffering. She communicates the story very well.
Yeah.
There's a word I'm trying to use: international interest in the Kenyan community. Is that increased from here to there? Because
I wouldn't say increased, because people who are the producers, most of them or a lot of them are professionals. So they don't call you in their cast because of Lupita or because you're Kenyan, because of your looks, but you have to go through an audition. But the good thing is the auditions are normally open. It's an open audition, and they say we're looking for Kenyans. Yes, they'll say we're looking for Kenyans, but if you come and you're not good, whether you're Lupita or not, you're out.
Well, on that note, she's very good. You come to my movie, we find our own Lupita.
Kenya in the Park.
Kenya in the Park. It's behind the scenes, and Miss LYDIA OLET. I'm going for some dance classes. I'm going for some storytelling classes. Not some warrior stories with me, It's been a pleasure to have you. Can you show us this flyer?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
This is the man in there. Is that what tribe is that?
That's the Maasai tribe. And he will be there that day.
This guy is gonna be there?
Not this particular guy, but the Maasai is gonna be there.
Okay. Lupita, I hope to see you there.
So if Lupita says she's not coming, you're not coming.
No, I will be there for the Maasai, the food, the dance. There's all this lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. August 29th, people. Miss LYDIA OLET. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Lupita.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I like this.
Thank you.
Behind the scenes, it's UK Nigerian Entertainment.
Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah, go. Tell me why it be so. Tell me why it be. Oh yeah. Everybody doing oh no. Everybody doing oh no.